Hello everyone and welcome to the Positivity Vibe Tribe. And today we are talking about introverts. Let's talk. It's a topic and we're hosting with Master Nobody. Hey, Lance is here. Warm welcome to the space. And if Lance is here, that means Karen's here. Love it. Always great to see you guys here. Okay, warm welcome everybody. I'm going to put a welcome to the space in the chat, and so we are set to start the chat, everyone, and then I will also load up the nest a little bit. Let's get that done. Okay, just heading over to, of course, pick up the Positivity Vibe Tribe community. So that is in the nest. And what else do we need to get up there? All right, that's the first thing in the nest. Warm welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Oh, also, I'm going to pop up in the nest the newsletter that came out yesterday on practice of acceptance, everybody. In case you don't know that we actually have a great newsletter. So that is there as well, just to let you know. It's live in the nest. And we're just waiting for Master Nobody to arrive. Okay, so let me just check. Okay, so the newsletter is up in the nest. What else is up there? Okay, and the Positivity Vibe Tribe community link. All right, that's great. That is all set. Hey, welcome to the Beard Whisperer, Amun, everybody, Britt. Great to see you, Mitt. As we're just getting the space set up. Okay. So do hop into the, okay, everybody's, thank you so much. Lance is already in the chat. Thank you for warming that up for us. Love that. Appreciate you getting into the chat as always. Okay, Master has arrived. Let me send you the speaker request. All right, let's see. Let me just send it one more time. Technical difficulties can happen. Okay, Master, maybe you send me the request. Let's try it the other way, if that's not connecting. And then the other thing to do is, Master, if you can hear me, leave the space and then come back. And we'll try afresh if you're not able to pick up the mic. Hey, welcome, Frazat, one of our community moderators is with us. Great to see you, as always. Okay, Master's going to leave and come back. So that's often the best thing to do when the space is being a little bit buggy. Hopefully we can get him back this time. Warm welcome, everybody. Thank you for your patience as we're getting set up. It's a beautiful day in California. Hope it's beautiful for you wherever you are. in the world. I know we have some people from all over the world. Okay. Is that music too loud? Stick some emojis up there if it's not. And if there's no emojis, I'll know to turn it down. Okay, good. Thank you. Okay, hopefully Master can come back. Where is he? Don't you love the internet, everybody? I'm going to invite Lance up in the meantime. If you're able to come up and speak, that is. If you're not having a busy day. Yeah, we've been on this journey of introverts. Hey, how are you, Lance?
Very well today, Indra. How are you doing?
Good.
Great.
Give our love, light, and blessings to Karen.
Yes, always love, light, and blessings from the tribe, Indra. And my mom says, back to you, Indra.
Love it. So
she's saying thank you.
Oh, she's welcome. No, we've been having this wonderful journey with the discussion on introverts, and you've been here for all of them so far. So that's been really amazing. Oh, this is good. Mm-hmm. This time, Master is, it looks like something is happening. Yay! So what are your thoughts so far, Lance, on our journey on introverts?
So far, I'm loving the journey. And the best part I love about the journey is that people that are introvert, they can also learn new strategies and develop new skills with they can learn from extroverts, but also they learn from other introverts that are here as well. So we're always in the learning as lifelong learners.
Exactly. Well, thanks for being here, and we're going to swing by and get your thoughts and get you to chime in soon.
Awesome.
So sit tight. Okay. Our other host, Master, warm welcome, is here.
Thank you, Indra. Thank you. There was some problem with the connection. Is it yours or is it mine? I couldn't figure out.
Well, I think it's usually yours if what happens is you leave and you're able to come back. It could be the internet connection. It might also just be something in the space. We'll find out when we add speakers later. I mean, Lance came up pretty easily, but it could just be at that moment. So hopefully we get to keep you, because you're very clear.
Yes, everything's fine now. I think I can hear you clearly.
Lovely. Perfect. So I was just asking Lance if he was enjoying this introvert journey, and he certainly is being part of these discussions.
Lovely. It is. It is a special journey that we all are on. And it's going to go far. We will take it far. That's our purpose.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So it's really great that we have you here, and you're in the space. I just loaded up the nest with a few things, Master. I put my newsletter up there. I don't know if do you have your newsletter available? Let me go to your page and have a quick look. Is there anything there that you'd like me to post in the nest? Let's just see. Oh, you know what? I can. How about if I share that first pinned tweet, because that's actually a really nice thread.
Yes, that would be.
Yes, I think that's
nice of you. Absolutely.
Yes, I think that
would work.
That's a lovely share. Yes, I've read that one. Perfect. Okay, so everybody, we have Master's great thread on introverts up in the nest, first of all, and then we also have the link to my YouTube channel. so you can watch guest interviews, follow along to guided meditations up there and more. And then there's my this week's newsletter from the Positivity Vibe Tribe, which is the practice of acceptance. And then there's also the link to the community if you'd like to join that. So all those things are up in the nest, and they're available for you. Okay, so let's make an official start and get chatting about introverts. So hello everyone, welcome to the Positivity Vibe Tribe space. I'm Indra Bartona. I'm in the film and television industry as a host and a producer and founder of the Positivity Vibe Tribe. Originally, I'm from the Gold Coast, Australia, lived in London for several years, and now based in Los Angeles. A little bit of background on the Positivity Vibe Tribe. I started my YouTube channel journey last year in June, and it has a positive vibe lifestyle theme. So from there, it became my personal brand, and it's a natural evolution to bring those discussions and more to Positivity Vibe Tribe in the Twitterverse. So here we are here, and today I am joined by @MasterNobody, his Twitter handle, on our ongoing Wednesday series all about introverts. And it is just an amazing match made in heaven with the Positivity Vibe Tribe and Master Nobody and his amazing community. So our mission of supporting the community is perfectly aligned. Plus our content really works in harmony as we are both on a daily basis in touch with each other's content. So on that note, Master, I'd love you to kick it off with some thoughts about introverts, and also we're going to invite people up very soon. Over to you.
Thank you, Indra, for that wonderful introduction. You've started this journey, and as always, when we start a new journey, there are a lot of questions that we have to answer. And for the last about 10 days, I've been constantly tweeting about this particular topic, and I've come across a lot of comments. I try to engage. There are a lot of comments, and I try to engage as much as I can with everyone and give my best. But I've received some questions, though I won't mention any names in my direct messages, about that how is it helping introverts? And they're asking a very important question. The sender could be an extrovert. I have no idea about that. But yes, they asked me, how is it helping them? You are just writing about the traits and how they behave. How is it going to help them? So it's just my answer, a deep insight. I thought about it, and I planned to talk about it in this space. See, the things that I've written in the last 10 days about the inner nature and behavior of introverts, how is it going to help you? By reading good things about you, how does it help you? If you're an introvert, and you will get this, what I'm trying to do, I'm showing you a mirror. That's what I'm doing. Whether it's a teacher or a master or a coach or anyone, the best way, the greatest way to inspire a person is to show them, is to introduce them to their own power. To show them, to tell them who they really are from the inside. I saw this very beautiful movie called Kung Fu Panda very long ago, and he has to find a secret, and at the end of the movie, there are spoilers. If you haven't seen it, I'm sorry. But at the end, all he finds it is a mirror. The panda finds a mirror at the end. And he looks into his face, and he was what he was looking for all the way, all through his journey. And at the end of the journey, he found himself. So all my tweets, that's the reason why I'm explaining deeply, contemplating first, and writing. I use longhand. I don't write on computers. I write on a pen and paper every day in the morning, thinking about what's the one thing, or one behavior, one trait that I can introduce to you, which acts like a mirror and helps you or inspires you to accept it, to become that trait, to come closer in knowing and thinking who you are. That's what I'm doing. That's what my tweets. There may be some kind of humor in them. It makes you laugh. I see a lot of emojis in the comments, and it makes me really happy. And you're enjoying the tweets. I can see the engagement has gone off the roof. I can see that. So thank you for all the support, and I love you all my introvert tribe, and thank you, Indra, for starting this beautiful, beautiful space for these lovely people, and trying my best. And I'll keep on writing. I was busy today. I couldn't write any tweets, so I apologize for that. But yes, tomorrow I'll be back. So that's it. That's why I'm writing this way, to show you the mirror. That's all I'm doing, my friends. Thank you.
And I think that's such a powerful thing, Master. There is such a thing as, doing, and I know you've heard of this, mirror work, where we sit in front of a mirror and we get comfortable with ourselves. And I pretty much feel that this work that you're doing, as far as the mirroring the image of introverts and making it feel like it's at home, like this is a place for you, this is home, because you're getting used to reading about it and all the wonderful things. I've also been enjoying the journey of reading the responses, of participating in there as well. On a daily basis, I'm very connected to you and your content. So it's been really wonderful, and I would even say joyous at times, to read some of those responses, because I think a lot of the time, if things aren't talked about, they're discussed, if they're swept under the carpet, it's hard for any of us to accept them as being normal, as being a part of ourselves. So what you're bringing is, you are doing these beautiful tweets on a daily basis, and yes, I do also love the ones that make me laugh as well. They are really fun as well. But you're lighting a candle to them and you're putting them out there. And the more that we acknowledge things, the more that we see them and we participate with these concepts, with these words, these beautiful words and explanations, then we feel like it kind of settles into ourselves. So there's some of my thoughts, Master, on also being on this journey with you.
Thank you, Indra. And yes, absolutely, so true. Each and every word. That's what I'm doing. It's like they are there, and they are very intelligent people. Let me tell you this, and you know this very well. They are very intelligent. They are the people who are looking at the world through red tinted glasses. They've been given these glasses to look at the world, and that too the thing they are. They're looking at the wrong picture through these glasses. And by showing them the mirror, I'm asking them to remove these glasses. I'm showing them the reality of who they really are. They are so powerful from the inside. Their silence, their need to be alone, not needing people, not needing anyone, not dependent. They are such independent people. And reflecting and contemplating on the deep meaningful things in life, these are their strengths. What if, doesn't matter if someone once in a while, maybe in high school, someone called you, you're boring. All you do is read and sit in the house and writing in your little notebooks, scribbling around here and there. And maybe you thought, maybe that's true. That's who I am. I'm boring. Or I'm a nerd, or I'm this or that or the other. Forget about all those things. Their opinions, what they said, they don't even matter. Recognize that these are your strengths, not your weaknesses. These are your pros, not your cons. This is what makes you powerful. And when the day you accept it fully, embrace all of these beautiful qualities, you will find your purpose and you will enjoy life to the fullest and feel this deep-seated joy inside your heart. Trust me on that.
So, Master, for many of us in the space, we've been on this journey, and we sort of started with some of the kind of basic things that that we noticed, and maybe it would be also a good time to also go over some of the some of the signs, if there are new people in the space. And also welcome to everybody in the space, new, if you haven't been in this space before or on this journey of talking about introverts. It's absolutely wonderful that you're here. And for many that have been on the journey, some of you are still discovering your path. And there are some, and I know in the very first one we probably talked about it more so, but there are definitely some things about introverts that may set you apart, or may indicate that you are more of an introvert than an extrovert. And often there is a mix of that. But there was one thing that we certainly thought, and we discovered in our discussions, that if you are an introvert, you do gain more energy, or you refuel yourself, or you feel like you are revitalized when you go off and have some time alone. And that was one thing that has been a really common thing. And even when I read about it, even when as introverts, many people connect with others, and they do in their workspace, they do it on the Zoom, or however in their meetings, or even in a space like this. But often as introverts, many need to go and refuel and sit alone, journal, go for a walk, do whatever that is for you, that brings back that energy back to you, because that is one thing, that's a big indication. So maybe we can start there, Master, because that's a really kind of that's to me like the big waving flag of, okay, we are introverts if this is one piece that we notice. Okay, we're having some technical difficulties. Oops. Okay, let me try to just bring you back for a moment. Okay, while we're doing that, Lance, I'm going to get you to chime in. Everybody, I often ask Lance to share because he has many years of experience as a life coach. So it's always amazing to hear a lot of, Lance, your perspectives on things as we get Master back.
For sure, Indra. Thank you very much. My perspective on what Master and yourself were talking about, I too am a big person that loves mirror work. A lot of people say, does it work? And I'm going, of course it works. It works when you want it to work. Like, it's not just looking at yourself in a mirror, but it's like you're giving yourself positive affirmations within the mirror work. So I always say, be careful about your thoughts, your self-talk, or else the thoughts that you think will become those parts of those things. So that's always good to recharge and to do that sort of work. I'm also a big person of a lot of people know me out as a self-published children's author. I'm also a writer, so I also like to write things down on a pretty a daily basis about where I stand. I always understand that you may, no matter what life throws at you, you may be in different realities, but don't let it push you and persuade you into a bad reality. So I used to take a look at it as my old realities were bad ones, and I started taking a look at it as them as, are they really bad? Or is it trying to see where I'm at currently right now? And I started acting it as more as an adventure. So I turned it around, saying it's not how much I struggle, it's the adventure and going through life as the quest, always moving forward positively as much as I can possible. So I found out that writing different things down every day, like gratitude list or just anything what's weighing heavy on your heart or on your mind, was always great. I too wanted to shut myself off from the world and just cocoon and not speak or not do anything at some times. So I can understand where some introverts are coming from, where they don't always want to speak, or they want to be by themselves. And I find out that there's a really great side with connecting with your introvert side for getting stuff done. I used to put out a joke as, if you want to become a great entrepreneur, grab all your stuff, lock yourself in a room for 5 years, and be the best you. But
That's great. That's great. Well, it seems like, well, I can see there's a balance with you as well, Lance. Like you, I see, like in the DMs, because we're friends, you share, okay, I'm going off to do this, and I'm doing self-care for myself, and that's it, over and out. You're gone, right?
right.
Gone, and that's great, because you know how to refuel. So thank you so much for jumping in there, and I think that was a great thing, that what you just shared, because okay, Master's back, because Master, we started off this discussion about some of the trays, and Lance kindly jumped in and shared that, yes, writing and shutting himself away from the world is something that he does daily. So love for you to build on that, Master. Thanks so much, Lance. We'll come back
You're
to
welcome.
you.
Thanks.
Thank you, Lance, for this beautiful insight. See, every introvert has their own way to refuel and recharge. And some of them are common, like you mentioned, locking yourself up or going for a hike or a walk. Whatever it is, make sure you're alone. That's the core fundamental of it. This recharging, refueling, whatever you call it, it has to happen alone. You and silence. That's it. Even if you keep away your phone, that would recharge you even faster. I know you're lying at the phone and you're entertaining yourself. That's okay. But still, some part of you, not just some, but many parts of your brain are still engaged with the art world. It's just the medium is different. Sometimes you're face to face, and now you're virtually connected, but you're still connected. So if you want to fully recharge, the best medicine, the best way to do that is to hang out with Mother Nature. That's the best way, the most powerful way that would completely revitalize you. completely refresh you, recharge you, refuel you, make you new again. Let's go for an evening stroll, not a walk. Don't have any kind of intention that I'm doing this for health or I'm doing this to get away and all those things that you keep in mind. No, nothing. Let's go for a stroll like a child goes out, walking, dangling from one foot to the other, enjoying and looking around with his mouth half open at different things. When was the last time you looked at something like that? We have forgotten to really see things, quote unquote, see things. We've forgotten it completely. We are so stuck up in our own minds and our own lives that we've forgotten that there are things that can still fascinate it. The little things, a butterfly, an ants moving in lines on a wall, birds chirping, leaves moving with beautiful breeze, walking on the grass, sunshine, warm sunshine on your hand. These things, these are the real fuel by nature. So that's what I do, as Lance shared his own thing. So these are the things that I do to recharge myself on a personal level.
Amazing share. And everybody, this would be a great time to tweet out the space and share it and invite others, because we never know who may benefit from these discussions on introverts and talking about different traits of introverts and how introverts operate. So do please share out the space with others. And the easiest way to do that is to hit the button down the bottom, which is the bubble for the chat. And then you could even just hit the retweet button, or hit the retweet button and hit the quote tweet and add a comment that you're in the space and you're enjoying it, or come join us in the space. So I'll leave that up to you to do, but would really love for you to invite more people in this into this discussion. And speaking of inviting more people, it might be a great time to invite everybody up. If you'd like to come up and contribute to these discussions, and you've got some thoughts about particular traits of introverts or that you've noticed, or if you have a question for us in this space, then please don't be shy. Do feel comfortable and request to speak. Even if this is the first time that you've spoken in a space, this is your space to come and speak, because we love to have first-time speakers. Master and I are truly excited to hear your thoughts on many of these introvert topics. Or another option is, if you're busy working or you don't really want to come up and speak, there is the chat. So there are a lot of comments in the chat. Thank you so much. Lance and Karen are always in there and keeping busy. So thank you. And we have our community, one of our community moderators, Frazit, was in there as well earlier. So don't be shy, guys. Jump into the chat, write some comments, or come up and have a chat with us. Join the discussion up here, because we'd love to hear your thoughts. And on that note, Master, I was also thinking about how introverts also, like, yes, introverts like to spend time by themselves, but there also is this time when they need to be connected to others. So I think we should talk about that as well. It's sort of like an every now and again, but the differences, as introverts, maybe introverts don't want to go to a big, rock concert, but they might really enjoy listening to music with a small group of people, or maybe eating dinner, a small dinner party, as opposed to going to a large event. So let's explore a little bit there about some of those other things, because it's not that introverts are antisocial. It's just that I would say and please add your thoughts onto this, that they're just more selective about when they socialize.
They are, Indra. They are very, very specific. I wrote a newsletter, I think it was last week or last week, Sundays, I do that. If you're not subscribed, you can go to my bio and you can get a subscribe. So I wrote there that if you're in a party, you're going to a party, and introverts usually get very drained when they come back. Why are you drained? And I gave my argument that you're not drained by people. Even if you had fun, you still feel drained. It's not the people or the music or the crowd. It's not that. What really drains you is when you engage your emotions with something. That's what drains you. Because see, it's your nature to give your all to every interaction. That's how you operate. That's your true nature, to give yourself, to give your full self to everything that you're doing. And there are so many people in the party. And when you try to do that with everyone you meet, everyone you shake hands with, that's what drains you. So now answering your question, what introverts prefer, that's the reason why they prefer doing things in their own private space. Hanging out with the full people, just the close ones, their favorite people, their close friends or family, the people they trust and they can open up to. They can give their all to them and still not feel drained because, see, their energy will be reciprocated because those people understand them and they will reciprocate, and it keeps the balance. So they're giving from this end, but they're also receiving from the other end. So that's always a practice that an introvert should follow, to not do things under any kind of obligation, not force themselves to do anything, but to do things that they're truly aligned with, that their soul says yes to. Okay, this is good, I'm going to do this. And you can do that, and it won't drain you. You'll be happy, you'll feel fulfilled. That's the way. Thank you.
So there was a lot there, Master, that you just shared, and particularly about doing things that make you happy and fulfilled. I think a lot of the time that we don't always really connect with the things that do make us happy and fulfilled. I know in life is so busy and life is very demanding. We're part of life. And again, as your reference towards energy, well that in itself can empty out your energy reserves. Just being part of life, just going through the motions of life. I mean, often we are using up so much energy every day. Well, yes, we can refuel ourselves. I mean, it's important to have enough nutrition for ourselves, to be eating, not forgetting to eat, being hydrated, these simple things that add to helping with fueling ourselves. But then the energy is another whole level of grooming ourselves to have an awareness for this energy reserve that we use in participating in life. And I think it's very, very easy to overlook this piece of energy that you just mentioned. And I know I've also read it in many of your tweets as well. And I refer to energy as well because I think it's easy for us to overlook this as a basic thing, but it's even more important for introverts. I mean, everything that we've been talking about in this space, it's even more important because the energy is invested by introverts. Everything is wholehearted. I would probably just throw that in to the mix as well, that everything is wholeheartedly completed, not kind of introverts don't dip their little toe into a situation. So would love your thoughts on that, Master, and then we could go to our next speaker.
You use the right word, wholehearted. That's what they are all about. Doing things from their hearts. That's the definition. Because see, they are thinkers, and they're also very sensitive to energies. And if you really pay attention, every person, place, and thing in your reality has a certain energy level, is vibrating at a certain frequency. And I can prove it to you in the next few minutes. You meet a person and he makes you feel uncomfortable. You go to a certain place, it makes you feel uncomfortable. Something wrong about it. You just cannot put your finger on it, what it is. But there is something that makes you uncomfortable. Wants you to just run away, leave that place right away. It could be a thing. Now let me get to the positives. It could be a thing like a beautiful painting you really liked. You went to a museum, you loved a beautiful painting. Maybe it was Mona Lisa or someone else. And you buy a copy of it and you frame it in your room. It will instantly raise the energy levels of your place. Anything aesthetic that adds to the aesthetic aspect of your room, your place where you live. That's the thing. Cats and dogs, animals, very high vibration. They will protect you and love you. And their energies are pure. That's why you feel so good around them. Whenever they are around, you're always joyful. Anything, any place. So introverts are very sensitive to these things. And what I'm doing, this is what I write about in my tweets, so that they can understand this aspect of themselves. That they have this power, this sensitivity inside them that can help them to gauge, to scan for energies, to start thinking in terms of energy. And they're very, very tuned in to understand these levels of energy. So use this power. You have it inside you. Thank you.
Yeah, totally agree. Particularly with the comment about the animals. Wow. So much joy. There is nothing but pure love and energy. And I mean, when you look in, your family pet's eyes, I mean, it's just this beautiful supporting energy that we receive. And I almost think that's just like a incentive in itself to have some form of an animal, in your home that brings you those good vibes that you can always just cuddle and hold and play with and feel that joy. So I also want to remind everyone, if you're not following Master, do follow Master and also sign up for his He's got newsletters. He also has a fantastic blog. So just head over to Master. The blog is actually on his website, masternobody.com. And as well as that, he also has an amazing Telegram channel called Aware Beings. So all this information is over on his profile page. So do support Master, as he is just sharing so many gems of wisdom. So let's welcome our next speaker, Coach Anthony. Welcome to the Positivity Vibe Tribe and our chats about introverts.
Hello, everybody. I'm Coach Anthony, and I would like to share on the topic. So, as an introvert, I truly believe that as an introvert, I'm attracted by things that elevate my vibration. I'm attracted by things that feeds my spirit. So it could be talking to somebody, it could be taking care of myself, it could be listening to songs that make me feel good, that make me feel happy. And the more I do this, the more I spend time alone with myself, doing those things that feed my spirit, the more I'm able to offer the best version of myself to people when I meet them outside. Because I realize that everything is about energy. And when I let too many people, too many energies around me, I feel drained. I feel drained. But when I take control of my energy, and that means taking control also of the energy around me, I'm able to manage by spending time alone where I recharge. And when I'm with people, I'm able to offer more. I'm able to offer more positivity. I'm able to offer the best that is in me to other people. And that's just what I wanted to contribute to the discussion. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Coach, for sharing. Master, over to you for thoughts.
Coach, thank you for this wonderful insight. And I agree with you 100%. When Tesla said it 100 years ago, that start looking everything as energy and not as things, people laughed at him. And still, we're laughing. Half of the world is still laughing. But in the next 100, maybe 200, maybe 500, I don't know, people will develop the organ inside them. We all have this organ inside them. And this organ is not evolved because we don't pay attention. We are too distracted. And introverts are more tuned into this organ inside them. You can call this intuition. It has many names. Don't go by the names. Labels don't work sometimes. So you can call it the soul, your intuition, your inner being, the God, whatever you want to call it. This organ helps you to vibe with things. See, you have a baseline vibration. Everyone has. Everyone has a baseline vibration. Some people are vibrating at a high level. See, like saints. When you go to them, you just feel so pure because their energy is pure. They are vibrating at a very high frequency. And that's why you feel so calm and peaceful when you visit them. And there are certain people, when you visit them, you feel all drained. You just want to leave because they are filled with hate, with a low vibration energy. And it affects you. So there are two things. The first is your own vibration. And your purpose is to raise your own vibration. Then you won't need anyone else. See? Once you reach a certain level of vibration, you won't need anyone else. But if you are at a certain baseline, then make sure that you're hanging out with people who are vibrating, either they're equal to you or they're vibrating at a higher level. Do not go and hang out with people who are vibrating at a lower energy levels. That's what trains you. So thank you, Coach. Wonderful insight there.
Thank you so much, Master, for sharing. And totally agree. And even, I think it's worth exploring sometimes that maybe we should protect our energy. I mean, I would go so far as say that we should be aware of energy that's around us, and sometimes we need to protect our own energy. Whether you have an exercise that you can do that creates a bubble around you with your own energy, whether you leave the presence of the energy that isn't helping you, supporting you, that you feel is pulling your energy down lower. I think there's also that to consider. Master, what are your thoughts on protecting our energy? Because, I mean, introverts are very sensitive people. So often, we may have to sometimes protect our energy, in fact.
So, such an important question, Indra. Thank you for asking this. And this is very important, especially for introverts. And as you mentioned the word, and the right word, they're very sensitive to energies. And it's very important for them to protect them. But how? There are so many ways. If you go onto Google, you'll get crazy. If you read books, there will be 10 methods. Every book will be teaching you a different method. And there are methods that are esoteric in nature. There are methods that are very practical and rational in nature. How are you going to distinguish which one will work? Which one is true? That's more important. I've contemplated on this for a long time. As an introvert, I had to protect myself, and there were things that drained me too. This is just a suggestion, but what worked for me, it may not work for you. It may work for you, but you can try. And as I always say, experiment with different things and see what works. One or two things will work for you, just use them simply. The first thing, and the only thing that you need, to be honest, that's the only thing you need. If you do this, you don't need anything else. You won't need crystals, you won't need anything else. The number one thing, the simplest thing is awareness. To become highly aware, using your own sensitive nature, and become highly aware of your environment. Use that internal organ that you have to test what is going on inside you. Take your attention inwards. In a situation where you're feeling uncomfortable, when you're feeling uncomfortable, take that attention inwards. That's awareness. Now you're aware of the fact, number one fact, that yes, I'm feeling something odd. Everything works in a cause and effect relationship, so you will start thinking, what's the cause? Okay, this person, I'm sitting with this person. When I was home about an hour ago, I was fine. My mood was fine. My emotions were calm. My energy was flowing. I came here. I'm sitting with this person, and I'm feeling a little low. I'm feeling something I don't understand what it is, but I'm feeling something that I don't want to feel. That's what's important. That's awareness. That's step number one of awareness. To become aware that you're feeling something odd, and the reason is because is with this person. Because if you look at this chain of cause and effect relationship, there is nothing before that that could have caused this. So it's this person. So now you know that you have to get out. You have to leave this place. or this person is vibrating at a lower level, or maybe his intentions are not pure. Something is wrong. That's protection. Taking action is protection. Understanding is protection. Becoming aware is protection. Start practicing awareness, and then you can move on to the other thing. Because see, if you're wearing a tourmaline crystal, a black one, which I really like, or you're wearing amethyst or other pearls or anything that protects you, they are not magical in nature. They are frequency based. And only when you're aware and you're in that moment, you can vibe with that crystal. Then it becomes active. See, it's a part of you. It's not external. It works with you. It's like a part of a clock. The two hands work together. So it's like two hands, you and the crystal. They will work together, but you have to be aware. If you're not aware, it won't be able to protect you all alone. See? So awareness. Practice awareness first. Meditate. Just observe your emotions. That's all. And start practicing it, and then you can search for Google for the best crystals, and you can wear them in rings around your neck, wherever you feel comfortable, wherever you feel it's fashionable, and that will help you further. Thank you.
Okay, that was a great breakdown on this protection piece, and I almost think we could almost do an entire show on that one, an entire topic, because it runs deep, and there's so many things there that I could actually extract and we could talk about from just what you laid out, Master. So I think that's definitely going to be my notes.
I love it.
Right?
I love it too. I don't know
Right?
what I said, but it always comes down from a place inside me. I have no idea. It's the ether. It's the
Right.
divine speaking.
Yes.
So yes, I like it.
Yes, no, and I think because it's really important. But that's why I love to explore some of these topics when we're here in the moment, because other pieces unfold that we can go back and explore at other times. And I've made some notes on those topics that I think we should go back, and protection is definitely one of them. And just that whole awareness piece. All I can say is, for many people, when you do start to have a heightened level of awareness, that is also really noticeable as well, and it really does help. Okay, let's go. We're going to go to Nagasawara. I hope I said that correctly, because you've got your hand up. Then we'll go back to Coach. Nagasawara, did you want to? Okay, he's gone. Okay, over to you, Coach.
All right. So I will just say what Master just already said when he said that one of the ways to actually protect your energy will be to be aware. And I mean, I cannot emphasize it more. I mean, what I could recommend is to use your emotions as a compass. When I say as a compass, because you know when you feel low energy, you know when you feel low energy inside of you and around you. And you know when a situation or whatever creates high energy, positive energy. So when you use it as a compass, being aware of how you feel in the moment, if you can tell whether or not it's low or high energy that you're feeling inside, you will also be guided toward a solution to protect your energy at the moment. So if you receive a phone call or a text that make you feel bad, at the moment, in order to bring your energy back up, you need to step away. You need to step away, get your energy back to where it's supposed to be, and then maybe come back to the situation. But it all comes down to staying aware and keeping an eye at all time on how you feel inside. So that's all I wanted to say.
Thank you very much, Coach. Yeah, a lot of great points that you expressed in another perspective about protecting our energy. So I did want to also move along to some other trays that we have, because we're sort of skimming over some of the trays as well. Okay, so one thing, and this is kind of a funny thing that I noticed, and it was in some of your tweets, Master, about not always being available when somebody tweets. Introverts may not respond to an email immediately. They may not respond to a phone call or a text or whatever that is, to communication. So this is definitely, I think it's very, very interesting, and it can be also another area to look into. But I think that is a common thing. Like, well, people are wondering, well, why can't they respond to me? I respond to them quickly. Why is there this time lapse? There is this time that is noticeable. So I'd love your thoughts on that one.
Again, an important question. You're asking all the right questions, Indra. You're on a spree. Okay. Why? Why do they take their time? Why are they not responding right away? And I think the reason is they like to process things. See? They like to process and make sense of what just happened. So it's not like clockwork with them. It doesn't work like clockwork with them. Tick, 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 and done. No. They don't function like that. They don't operate like that. They operate in a different way, a very slow way. The processing is slow. They like to take their time and come up with the right text, with the right email, with the right answer. And again, coming back to their core, why are they doing this? It's a simple yes or no question. Why are they doing this? It's stupidity. You may call it stupidity, but it's not. I'll tell you why. Because if you look at their intentions, if you look at their core, what are they doing? They want to connect on a deeper level in everything. Whether it's a text, an email, a phone call, whatever. They want to make it right. They want to form a deeper connection. They want to give their best. And we all know that when you have to give your best, you need time. Good things take time, and they want to give their best to connect the deepest level, to give them the right answer. And for that, they need some time to process what just happened. And people who really understand them know that they will reply for 2 texts, one after the other, but they may take a couple of hours replying to the 3rd text, and the other person will be like, what the hell just happened? He was just there, and then he's gone. Or she's gone. What happened? Yeah. They're not playing games. They want to give their best. So you just need to change the perception of how you see them and how they process things, and you will get it, that their intentions, see, their intentions are always pure, are always good, are always full of love.
Thanks so much, Master. And totally agree. It's always from a good place. It's just that it's good to take time to process, not to just jump quickly into hot water. I always think that it's a good thing to take time and to follow your emotions, that you feel like you need to take the time to respond to a text message, to an email, to resonate on something. As Master said, we always want to be doing our best, and it's good intentions. It's always, when you look at something, what is the motivation? Why would I want to take a bit longer? Because I have the best intention for this. I want to respond in the best way. And maybe the thing is that sometimes people need to take a little bit more time because they're not feeling their best self at the time. Maybe they're feeling drained. So that's another possibility. I'd like to throw it over to you, Lance, because I know you've got some thoughts on some of the things that we've been talking about.
Hi, Indra. Hi, Master. Hello, everyone. My thoughts here are just I'm just taking it all in, and just the conversation is going very, very well between Coach and Master and yourself. What you're all saying. I find with anywhere else that I go, I have to have the awareness, and under the environments wherever I go, I always shield myself with and cloak myself with the power of protection. So I go in inwardly and I visualize. But before I start my visualization, I also bring this into the rite of purification with sacred smoke, whether that's Palo Santo or you have some nice California buffalo sage that you like to burn, and you're in the rite of that purification. Because when you're smudging yourself, you're cleansing your whole entire self, your spirit, and you're bringing all the good shielding stuff right in. So when you're using that power of using your intentions in the visualization, I call upon my angels, I call upon grandmothers, uh, grandfathers, chiefs, everybody that's crossed over, that we would call in the native world the blue fire, and also praying for those that are still struggling on the Great Red Road where we stand right now. But when I visualize all that in, and I'm wearing that cloak of protection, the cloak of protection that I'm putting on, and I feel is the armor that's weighing heavy is knight's armor, because I am a galactic knight. And whenever I go out, people have said to me, why do I feel so protected around you, Lance? What is it about yourself that I feel like you're wearing 1,000 spikes, but I can't see it? I can only feel that power of protection. And I would share to them that it's vitally important that we put on this power of cloaking ourselves with protection, because when we're out there in the world, we never know what we're up against. We could have people that drain our energies, and we don't know why we're getting so tired. I had a person one time when I was on a sacred powwow that decided to throw psychic arrows at myself and my mom, but I could actually feel something that was going to happen ahead of time before it actually happened, with tapping into the intuitive world, with understanding that person was sick. He's dealing with a lot of heavy alcoholism, but instead of fighting back, I ended up sharing with the power of love with that person. The person shied off, but at the same time, they said they ended up calling me a sick person, but I ended up turning around and saying, "No, just have a great day, whatever the day may bring you. I'm still going to love me in the end, no matter what you're putting out to me." So when that person saw that, they were just, some of them have come forward, some of them shied off, but the majority of the time, I always feel like when I shield myself with that power of protection, it doesn't matter where I go. I always know that I'll be protected with that, with what I put on and whom I pray to. No matter if that's a higher power, angels, whatever your faith or what you're connected to. It could even be the power of the universe or the power of the intellect for those natures. So with the environment, it's very, you gotta be careful where you go into your environments. When I get too far into an environment, sometimes where it feels like it's shady, I call that my red zone. And if I go even further, that can become very, very dangerous. This is what I would call the black zone. Black zone is where you don't really come back. But if I can see something that's adding up for my own power protection, I'll stay away from it or stay clear from it, and I'll warn others about it. But that's my input on it. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Lance. And I think that was a great explanation how whatever you believe in, a higher power, spirit, pure energy, God, whatever the things that you believe in, that's where you reach also for your protection. So thank you so much for sharing that. I know that you have, you and your family have native roots, and that's really beautiful that you have that connection and you're able to draw on all of that. It's really beautiful to hear. Thank you, Lance, for sharing that.
Thank you, Indra.
Yeah, always beautiful. Hey, Master, over to you, and then we're going to go to our next speaker.
Thank you, Lance. What a beautiful, beautiful story. And good to know that you are the sacred people who know the real things, the real secrets of how nature works. And I'm so glad to have connected with you. I didn't know that today you shared this, and I'm really happy. You are the people who know how this nature works. I read so much about it, saw in movies, and you really understand these things. People are blindfolded by this world, but you're connected to the roots. You never left the roots. The science and technologies are going far ahead, but you still are connected with nature. That's a great thing. And another thing is what you shared was to talk with the person, the alcoholic, and talking him and touching him with your love inside. Not hatred, but love. And there is nothing, my friends, in this world that is more powerful than love. See, if a person wants to harm you, and if you have nothing but love inside you, nothing can hurt you. Because love is the highest frequency. Nothing can match it, nothing can penetrate it. So if you're surrounded by this white light of orb of love around you, you're always loving and kind. Look what happened to Buddha. He had always had love. People threw stones at him. And when he was passing one village, and he asked them to stop so that he can come back and then they can continue to throw stones at him. But he really needs to be to the other village because he wants to meet someone. And when he'll be back, then they can finish. And these villagers, they had tears in their eyes because that love that he had inside him, that kindness and compassion that he showed, it melted them. It melted away their hatred. So, as I always say, analogies and stories really teach us a lot of things, especially if these stories come out of personal experiences, as Lance shared. Love, that's all I could see out of his story, the love he had in his heart. And that's why the psychic arrows couldn't penetrate that powerful orb that he was surrounded with. Thank you, Lance, for sharing that beautiful story.
Okay, let's go to our next speaker, Shalakudi. Welcome to the Positivity Vibe Tribe. Shalakudi, can you hear us? You might have to leave and come back in the space if you're unable to speak or connect. Hello? Oh, okay. All right, so we'll go to our next speaker. Peace. Welcome to the space.
Hello, ma'am.
Assalamu alaikum.
Yes, assalamu
Hello.
alaikum.
Walaikum salam. Are you listening?
We're just going over to Peace first, and then we'll come back to you. If you could just wait a moment. Thank you for waiting. Over to you, Peace.
Yes, ma'am. I'm the follower of Master Nobody. I'm from India, so I don't know whether you understand my accent or not.
Yes, we can understand you. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. I'm myself an introvert, so I'm following Master Nobody page, and he just draw the things which introverts can understand, which they can feel. So I'm just from the last. I think my age is 24, and I'm like that. So I like to be alone. Do you want me to say anything or put lights on some topic?
Just whatever you'd like to share on. If you heard something that we were talking about introverts that you'd like to share on, then yeah, please share.
I just want to tell people around us, they perceive us differently. They don't understand how we can connect with them, what we want. So it's very difficult. It's very difficult for them to understand us. So they just assume he can be this, he can be that. So that draws us into many problems. If a person is seeing me, he talks with the other person, like this person is that, uh, he doesn't talk with anyone, like that he is superior or something like superior, but we are not like that. So there's always a misunderstanding about introverts, they are superior, that's why they don't talk with us, or they are something extra valuable, but that's not the case. So for an introvert, so it's very difficult to make people understand. uh, we are we are as superior as you. So uh, we are just trapped in that, they are just trapped in that dilemma, we are superior but we are not like that.
They were some really great points that thank you so much for sharing that people can misinterpret introverts because the mode of operation is slightly different. And as you
and
mentioned,
our
maybe
whole
people
and and and,
are
and our whole
wondering.
energy goes explaining to them we are not like that. So we cannot explain to everybody I'm not this, I'm not this, I'm not this. Then we can explain one friend or one person. We cannot explain it to any a group. For example, I'm going to college, I can explain to my friend or other, my buddy, I'm not this, but I cannot explain to the whole group. So I'll be let it be, let them think like that. I don't want to waste my energy explaining to everybody I am not that. So I just be alone.
Yeah, no, totally. And I think it's because people misunderstand introverts overall, and that introverts have good intentions. Master, over to you. There's a lot of people requesting, and we are starting to get to the end of the space. So we're probably only going to, if you can keep your comments brief going forward, everybody. That would be appreciated. We'll take 2 more speakers, and that's it. Over to you, Master.
Assalamu
It's
alaikum.
okay, ma. It's okay, my friend. Peace.
Hello. Hello.
Just a moment, please. Let me answer to his comments. Peace, it's
Yes.
okay. It's
Okay.
okay,
Yeah,
my
I know. I
friend.
know it.
Let them think whatever they want to think. You see, who's the most famous introvert, you know? His name is Elon Musk.
Really? Oh, really?
Yes, his name is Elon Musk, and he doesn't care about anything, opinions of anyone. People said battery cars won't work. He said, I don't care. He said rockets cannot be launched back to the earth. He said, I don't care. Stop caring so much and just do
Yeah.
whatever you want to do. Okay?
Yes.
That's it.
Mm.
Thank you.
I am your biggest fan, sir. Where from you are?
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you. Peace.
Thank you, Peace. Okay, over to Uncle Drew. Warm welcome to the Positivity Vibe Tribe. Uncle Drew, did you want to share something about introverts?
Oh, am I on now? I thought I was on and I started talking.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Yeah, it happens.
I just wanted to really appreciated what the previous speaker said, and kind of working from that, just to share a little anecdote from the village I live in. So I live in a culture that's foreign from my own, and I speak the language fluently. Anyway, I was alone for the summer, and I take my dogs on a specific walk every day past a row of wine cellars, and I say hello to everyone, and they say hello. But just this last weekend, someone told me, "Oh, you seemed so unfriendly," um, and I in general, I guess I'm always a little bit sheepish about if someone's not going to greet me back, then sometimes if I say good day to them and they don't say anything back, I usually get about 50% response. So so I'm a little bit sheepish about saying hello because sometimes it doesn't feel good if somebody doesn't say hello back. So anyway, but I was told by these wonderful people, um, accompanied by a glass of wine. They were their winemakers, and they told me that I'm totally different than the person that walks the dogs by every day, I guess. Yeah, so I guess that's I don't know. I definitely see that as part of my introverted side. So that's all I had to say.
Oh, thanks so much for joining us and for sharing. I mean, I actually think that we all function with different people differently. There's so many different facets of ourselves. I mean, we're such complex beings, and I'm just responding to how I operate in the world. With some people, you have a different relationship. Like, I've known them longer, so I'm going to feel more comfort level. And with other people, I'm getting to know them. So, particularly like a lot of introverts, they take a little bit longer, I feel, to form relationships, to bond with other people. This is just, and everyone will differ. There's a different level for everybody and a comfort level. Master, over to you for your thoughts on this one.
You vibe with some people and some people you don't. Simple as that. There's no rules to how. How is how you define. You define the hows. No one else can define that for you. So how you function, how you operate in this world, it should be written, the rules should be written by you, not by someone else, that this is how you should behave in a certain situation. Yes, it shouldn't be disrespectful, but it shouldn't be something that drains you and makes you feel uncomfortable. I'm totally against it. So if you want with someone, it's great, and just be you and do things that you like to do, the way you like to do them. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, I think that was a great response. Do things like you like to do them. I love simplicity, Master, and you always have a lot of great simplicity. Okay, so we have many other speakers requesting to come up. So our apologies, but Master and I have quite a busy schedule today, and it is at the end of his day and he has many things to do. So do come back next week and join us. And by the way, Up in the Nest, we're just going to do a quick commercial break. Up in the Nest, I want to thank, first of all, Wordsmith Pakistan, our sponsors for this space. Next, Master has one of his beautiful introvert threads. So do make sure you read that. And then next is the link to my YouTube channel with guided meditations, guest interviews, and so many more things. And then also there's the link up there to yesterday's newsletter, Practice of Acceptance. And acceptance is for everybody, whether you're an extrovert, an introvert, an ambivert, everything. And then also there's the link to the Positivity Vibe Tribe. If you're not already a member, we would love you to join the Positivity Vibe Tribe. And also another note, if you're not already following Master, do follow Master. He has amazing content. He has a newsletter, which is incredible. Also, go to his link and you can also sign up to his blog, which takes you over to his website, which is incredible. So I'd also like to throw over to Lance for a quick summary before we close the space, and then over to Master.
I'm here. I was just in the space for a little bit and chatting it up. But as my summary that I have so far, everything has been great for topic. I've enjoyed it, and I look forward to next week as we stay tuned for more exciting conversations and talk. I always say, let the healing begin, because wherever we are in the world, there's always someone that requires healing. So, including anybody and everybody, could be any one of us. But no matter what, we're never alone. We're always connected together globally here on Twitter Spaces and on PVT as well. So thank you, Indra.
Thank you so much, Lance, for sharing. And we're sending our love, light, and blessings to Karen on her healing journey. And thank you, Karen, for always listening to the Positivity Vibe Tribe. Always appreciate you being here. So just know that we send that.
Thank you, Indra. Love you back.
Okay. Love hearing
Indra.
from her. Okay.
Thanks.
All right. So, Master, we've had an incredible journey. Over to you for today's summary of this space.
Thank you, Indra. Beautiful space as always, and such deep insights and wonderful people here. Lance and all the people who spoke today, thank you, all of you, for supporting the tribe and this. Something we've started, and we want to take it far, and all we need is your help. And why, again, as I always stress upon, whys are most important. The why is learning to be like you, learning who you are, embracing your inner powers, and becoming the best version of yourself. And how can you do that? You can only do it when you embrace, completely embrace your own true nature. Silent, away from the noise, thinking, spending more alone time, doing self-care, hanging out with just a few people, doing things that refuel you, recharge you, not doing things that drain you, not hanging out with people who are not good for your energy, who drain you, who make you feel bad, or we tell you that you're boring or anything like that. Low vibration words, low vibration places. Stay away from that. Simply connecting with your own inner nature, with your own true self, and doing things from that authentic place inside you. You know it, don't you? We all know it. We all have that place. But we go against it under some kind of pressure of society, of friends, of your parents, of your boss, of someone who is an influencer or a famous person because he says so, they say so. And then we go against that nature and then you suffer. But when you don't do all these things, when you don't listen to all those people, and you fully connect with yourself, with your own soul, and you start operating from that inner, authentic place inside you, you become unstoppable. That's what my banner says. Making introverts unstoppable. And I'll do that with this tribe, with our beautiful host Indra and Lance. And the number one way to do that, to become unstoppable, embrace yourself fully, without fear, without any doubt. Thank you. Beautiful space. Thank you all of you for coming and joining us today. And we'll continue this journey for a long time. So all we need is your support. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Master, for the beautiful summary of this space. And I couldn't have said it any better, but we need your support. So do continue to support us on this wonderful journey. We're on this journey and you're on this journey with us. So you can never feel alone if you're an introvert, because you know that every Wednesday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can join us in this space. And Master and I are on this journey with you together. And we are sending you so many good vibes. Thank you so much to all the speakers that came up. Thank you so much to the listeners who are listening intently. And thank you to everybody that has contributed into the chat. We'll definitely go back and make sure that we read everything after this space. Master and I will definitely follow up with you all. Thank you so much, Master, for being on this journey, on this introvert topic, for all the beautiful support that you offer. And everyone, don't forget to make sure you subscribe to Master's newsletter, to follow him if you're not already connected, and also sign up to the blog for more amazing introvert content. It has been such an incredible space, and we will definitely see you back next week in this space. And if you're around tomorrow, do join the Positivity Vibe Tribe. Thursday, it's an earlier time of 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that space I'm hosting with Success Minded. And we're talking about the concept of I am enough. That might be something to consider, introverts, into your heart. I am enough. If you want to join us tomorrow, we would love to see you, of course. And if Master is ever free, he's always so incredibly welcome to be there. So in the meantime, until tomorrow's space at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, the Positivity Vibe Tribe, Master and myself are sending you all love, light, and blessings.